this chair. I don't know if you can always hear it in my videos. It's really creaky, but that's what that noise is anyway. It's my chair. I'm really in the mood to like make something, not just do a drawing in my sketchbook, which is a fine pursuit, don't get me wrong, but I really fancy like making a thing. I might do like an embroidery or something. I watched the Yarn documentary that's on Netflix at the minute, and in the UK anyway. I know Netflix is a bit, I don't know if it would be everywhere, but it was really good and I found it really inspiring. And there was someone on there that took old embroideries and like crochet around the edges to build them up, and she'd like write messages on them and then like pin them to walls outside as like, I think she was called it crochet graffiti. I just really loved it, and I follow a couple of people on Twitter that do like craftivism. Yeah, and I've seen them, they make like little memento type things, like where they'll cross stitch a message onto and then put it on some fabric and like leave it places for people to pick up. And I love the idea of doing a bit of that. I really want to make, maybe like make some sort of message embroidery thing and like yarn bombing, like wrap it around a pole somewhere in the city. Just a little like, you know, you're okay, be nice to each other, sort of, just little positive graffiti messages. I had some like cross stitch fabric and some hoops and stuff. I might have had a massive clear out. I might have got rid of it because it didn't seem like something at the time that I'd be doing. I'm gonna have a look. I like the idea of making something that is based on a grid, so it's so easy to make sure that things are level and stuff, but then just doing it like a little bit off. And I guess it might be difficult to make it look intentional rather than you've just done a bad job of it. Okay, this is what I have so far. I'm going to turn my camera off and do a bit more so that it doesn't overheat, and also there's only so much fast forward distance sewing you can watch someone do. But we'll see how it goes. It's looking quite cool so far. Ta-da! I'm quite pleased with it. I don't know whether to put like a border on it or whether this is what it is. I don't know what it's for. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Is it to be sewn on to something else? Is it its own thing? Is it finished? Does it need edging? Does it need backing? Is it just a random little thing to do for myself? Is it something to put outside for other people to look at? Is it something that people would want to buy? I don't know what it is. And then put border in it. Look, I found there's all these, I don't know really anything about, they're all quite stiff. I don't know if they're for something specific, but I've got all these different, they're all different sizes and different colours, but they're all quite stiff. They're not like loose like fabric. They're quite, like I've got some, this is like some fabric, you can see it's all floppy, and then this is like stiff cross stitch stuff. So I could make quite a few of them, and they're all like cut to this side. They must have been for something. I don't know what though. Yeah, what is it? Would you buy this? Maybe if it had like an edge. Is it something that you would like put on the wall? I'd hang that on my wall. It's kind of like a postcard, but you can't write on the back of it, and it's made of material. This is where I am at the moment, just trash desk. And this is my snack. And this is some YouTube, and this is something that I just unpicked because I figured something out and I needed to rechange it. This I was doing like a cross stitch letter, and then I thought like, oh, could I just do like a half cross stitch, so not like a cross but like a slant, and then I was like, oh yeah, that kind of works, I'll do that instead, and then I had to pick it all out, and now there's pink fluff everywhere, and I'm gonna eat this yogurt with buttons and watch some YouTube and then go back to this. This is what I got done with my sewing. I think obviously this drawing was much clearer than this drawing. I don't know if it's just because it's too small or if it's because there's like a little bit of darkness showing through from the stitches on the back, or if it's just how I've placed the stitches or something, but obviously that didn't really work, but this did. And then this writing I'm not as fond of. I think I prefer like the fake cross stitch. It's a bit clearer. But then maybe this would look better if the stitches were just a little bit shorter, so it wasn't quite as loose, I think, maybe. I don't know. It was nice to play with it though. I'll definitely be doing some more. Oh my god, I'm ringing.